Hello. I have to move this flower just a little bit this way. Here we go, that's better. I didn't want it right in my eye. How beautiful it is. Hello, I am Indigo Owl. Hello if you're new to my readings. Hello if you're new to my channel. I've come to bring life guidance for next week. I start my week on a Friday because most of us are curious what the weekend will bring. And I come at the same time every week on a Wednesday at 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So you get a couple of days ahead of the week to see what's coming up. Please watch the video live. If you can, watch the replay. If you can't, maybe watch it again when the actual guidance period starts, or also halfway through the week or at the end of the week to see how things have played out for you. All of my readings are channeled for the collective, and the idea is that you take from it what resonates. If all of it resonates, amazing. If none of it resonates, maybe you need to find a different reader. And if some of it resonates, then that's what was meant for you. You may find at times that it sounds as if I'm speaking directly to you. Then you can assume that that message was for you. So I'm going to start. Let's see. I tend to use different cards every week. I usually draw at least one tarot card for each weekday, and I usually draw somewhere between 2 and 4 theme cards for the whole week. But the actual card decks I use tend to differ depending on what guidance I'm getting from Spirit. So what I have been asked to put out for this week's guidance, that will start from this Friday, which is the 7th, all the way until next week, Thursday, which is the 13th, if I remember correctly. The first thing that came through from Spirit, hello if you're watching, I can't see your comments, but I'm so happy you're here. Please leave me likes, love, share comments so that I know you're here. I will see all of your comments later on. Just while I'm recording, I can't. My phone is turned the other way. I literally can't see who's watching. But I'm so happy you've joined me. The first deck I was asked to put out today is the Lovers Tarot deck. It's very beautiful. I'll say some more about it when we start using it, actually. And then I was asked to put for a theme card the Mermaids and Dolphins, one of my oldest decks, my absolutely oldest deck ever. The Fairy Oracle, and also the Romance Angels. Okay, so these three are all by Doreen Virtue. I started reading cards even before I learnt the tarot. I started actually with these fairy cards, and I have several decks by Doreen Virtue. I know she has renounced this work for the period of time. I'm going to start shuffling while I talk about this. But I do hope she comes back to acknowledge this part of her life's work. It's done a lot just for me, but for many, many other readers. She gave us beautiful gifts of her cards. Oops, okay, that definitely fell off. I think that what I really want to say is whatever it is she has said about these cards, I have had these cards for many, many years. I learned to read with these cards. I gave amazingly accurate readings even then with these cards, and I love them, and I'm happy to continue using them. I don't see any reason not to. So I'm going to have a really good shuffle here. Put all the right energies into this card. So this will be our first theme card for the week. It's one of those words I find difficult to pronounce in English. The words that start with a TH. It's that sound where your tongue has to touch the inside of those teeth in the front. It's a sound that doesn't quite exist like that in my native language, in my mother tongue. I grew up speaking German, and I struggle to make that sound still, even though I've now spent more years speaking English than I ever did speaking German. Okay, right, we're going to have one more round of shuffling. A lot of shuffling needed today. Hello, if you're watching, I'm so happy to see you here today. You're very welcome to join in this live guidance. Right, we're going to draw a card now. Ta-da! And, oh, yes. Trust your intuition. Wow. What a beautiful card. So, it shows this lovely woman all dressed in white, and obviously she's not just a woman, she's a fairy woman. She's got these Caesary wings, fairy wings behind her, and it's got this lovely, it really matches my cloth here. It's kind of got this purple lilac-y colour to it. So trust your intuition. If you are in a situation, maybe involving another person or even a group of people, maybe in a relationship or at work or maybe in your family, there has been a voice that has been coming from inside of you again and again and again, saying, you know what's really going on here, don't you? You need to listen to that voice. That is your intuition speaking to you. That is your own inner guidance speaking to you. That is spirit speaking to you. Trust your intuition. Especially if you have to make important decisions. And I'm in no way saying ignore facts or logic, but I just had this image of kind of taking the logical facts and then spreading intuition all over it, and almost like honey, and letting it drip into the cracks to kind of connect the facts so it becomes one solid thing that's a bit more comprehensible. I'm going to leave it there. That was a very strange image. Thank you for still watching. Thank you for not having left yet. I've never come up with an example quite like that before. I do like to come up with some interesting symbologies, and they do come from spirit. They put these images into my mind. There we go. I've already knocked over the intuition. And I do like to just use the images that come and describe them, even if they sound a bit wacky. But this one was particularly out there, I have to say, even for me. But funny nonetheless. So, this will be the second theme card. I mean, what else can we get that can trump the first one? So now we have the mermaids and dolphins. I am picking the card decks in the order in which I originally chose them, rather than the order in which I've stacked them up here. There is a reason for everything, and I try not to question spirit, especially when I do things like giving a reading, and also especially when it's for a whole group of people, when it's for the collective. I like to call all of you that watch regularly my Othala tribe. Othala is the name of my business that I've been running for a very long time, actually. Where I do readings, I do some shamanic work, I do Reiki, I teach Reiki, and obviously I give Reiki treatments. I do shamanic treatments. I run a shamanic circle every 4 weeks in London with drumming and cacao. It's quite good fun, actually. So Sala is the name of my business. It means ancient wisdom, ancient rune. Sorry, it's the last of the runes. It means ancient wisdom, ancient land. I really am a bit muddled tonight. I'm not sure what's going on in the energies, but I'm just going to bear with it. Let's Let's see what card we get from this deck. Right, ready. We have a new dawn. That is absolutely perfect. This is why I have to use the card decks in the order in which I have been asked to pick them, because the messages come through in the right order that way. Because trusting your intuition will lead you to a new dawn. I forgot to read what it says on here. It says, the worst is now behind you and positive new experiences are on the horizon. Oh, isn't it beautiful? So maybe you have been experiencing lots of endings in your life, or maybe one big ending, something that could simply no longer continue, that was maybe difficult to let go of, maybe not because it was amazing, maybe it was amazing, maybe it wasn't very nice, but it was what you know or knew, and there was maybe a bit of a fear of the unknown. But what a beautiful succession so far. It says trust your intuition because it is leading you and has been leading you. This is validating what your intuition has been doing for you up until now, or even especially recently. Is saying, look, your intuition has been and is leading you to a new dawn where positive new experiences are coming your way, as opposed to painful past learning, which is what maybe we've all had enough of by now. So the third scene card will be from this, the Romance Angels deck. Let's have a look and see what's coming up here. I have to make sure there's no cards still turned over. Here we go. So this is our third and final scene card for this week. Oh, one totally fell out. I was so looking forward to drawing one, but this one just came out. So this is what we've got. Wow. Unrequited love. It says, there is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Wow. Well, no wonder we need a new dawn, because if there has been a relationship where there simply wasn't enough there to keep both people satisfied, then it's much better to step forward and be open and ready for a relationship that is going to bring much more positive experiences, because this is not very pleasant. I actually don't feel like saying anything else about that. If this applies to you, then you know this message is for you, because you've been feeling it for some time and maybe you just needed to hear it. This doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This can also be friendship. When it speaks of chemistry and attraction, that doesn't have to be sexual. That can be just somebody's energy. We can have different friends at different times, and the times that they're right for us to be friends, we feel really, really attracted to them. And other times we don't. Maybe sometimes we outgrow friends, or sometimes we simply move in different directions, or whatever the purpose was that we were friends at that moment in time has passed, and it's better to let it go. But use your intuition and remember that at the center of what's happening here is a new dawn. So we're going somewhere better. We've learned some important lessons, and it's time to move on into something much more fulfilling and satisfying, but equally exciting, or even more so. And I was also asked today to pick the Lovers Tarot deck. Now, as you will see when I draw the cards, it's not actually, it doesn't have so many pictures with the minor arcana. The major arcana do. So let's see what we get. It's not a card deck that's easy to learn with. It's for a more experienced reader. There are easier card decks if you want to learn tarot. I have a very, very good shuffle here. I feel like I need to be very gentle with these cards. There's some beautiful energy coming in now from Spirit. Okay. I've got the Divine Mother with me, Mother Mary. She's bringing this super gentle energy. It's the most gentle heart opening energy of all the spirits that I work with. She just wants me to carry on shuffling for now, so let's see. She doesn't. I'll be quiet. She also has the angel Daniel with her. Just bear with me while I keep shuffling and I wait for my spirit cues to come up. Here we go. Okay, enough shuffling. So we're going to draw 7 cards, one for each weekday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The last one. This one. There we go. Right. So we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Let's look at the first card. So this is for Friday the 7th. I hope I got that right. And we have 9 of Cups. Amazing. So now you see what I mean about this card deck. Some tarot decks have for each card a different kind of image showing the symbolic of the card, whereas in this deck it's literally showing us, it's called 9 of Cups, so there are 9 cups on this card. So if we 8 cups, there will be 8 cups. But the 9 of Cups, then I'm really struggling today. Please apologies, please bear with me. I'm a little tongue-tied today. I'm feeling a bit subdued, this energy that's been coming in. I feel like some of you are going to be disappointed about this unrequited love. But at the same time, the first card we've got for Friday is 9 of Cups. That's the wish card. That's the card of dreams coming true. So this is literally come for the beginning of the weekend to remind us that our dreams are coming true. And if you have been doing the work, if you have been opening your heart, if you have been working on your own relationship issues, the relationship or the relationships in your life that you have been starting to manifest are coming. And if this particular one isn't working out the way you had hoped, it has still taken you closer to this new dawn, to this new relationship that you are hoping for. And I also feel like this unrequited love might be from the past. It might be a relationship that hasn't worked out quite some time ago, that you've known for some time that love wasn't really, there wasn't enough love there, but is something that may have been holding you back for a little while, or maybe even for a long while, maybe even for years, from moving forward into this new dawn where there is a much better relationship waiting for you. So this may also be about healing those old wounds and recognizing in relationships that you are in now or manifesting now, whether they are similar or whether they are actually just triggering memories from old relationships, or one particular old relationship that didn't work out, because we have the dreams coming true here for Friday. And we have this lovely new dawn coming up. Let's look at Saturday. Saturday, we have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is coming to offer a cup of love. Has followed on from dreams coming true. So now I actually feel even more so, use your intuition to discern whether this unrequited love feeling is really happening now, or whether this is simply something from the past that is being triggered. Something is happening now that on some level reminds you of something that happened before in a relationship that didn't work out, where there wasn't enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And maybe what's actually being offered now is the real deal. Because so far, the weekend is looking amazing. Cups in Tarot come for emotions and relationships. I've been asked to use the Lover's Tarot. Now, the cards in this deck are exactly the same as in any other tarot decks. So it doesn't, just because it's called the Lover's Tarot, doesn't mean that all the cards are all about relationships and emotions. But the first two cards we've drawn, we already have cups. And also we have the Nine of Cups here, and he's holding one cup, and together they make 10 cups. And 10 cups in tarot is the card for lasting happiness. So let's have a look at Sunday. Now we have Nine of Wands. Wow. Nine of Wands is often called battle weary, but really it is a card that says try one more time. And also we've now got the double nine. Numbers that double up in tarot are super significant. So this message is super strong. This is almost reinforcing the message of this. This is saying your dreams are coming true. This is your King of Cups. That doesn't mean it has to be a man. That can also be a woman. But this, to me, at the moment is saying you have found the right person. This unrequited love feeling, trust your intuition. Your intuition is saying, actually, this applies to someone else. It's just been triggered because here is the new dawn. It's happening. The dreams are coming true. The cup of love is being offered. Please try one more time. Open your heart and see what's really there. Wow. Let's look at Monday. Ha! Now we... I love it. The weekend is all about love. On Monday, we're back to work. Because now we're looking at Pentacles. Just curious if they're all upside down. Now we're looking at Pentacles. Pentacles in tarot come for things to do with material, earthly, practical things. And in our society also very much money, which is why these pentacles look a bit like gold coins. The Five of Pentacles is a card that comes at times where we may feel left out, but really it's temporary, and the message of that card is often to focus on the spiritual side of life, not ignore the material side of life, but see beyond the current material situation, because this is a card that can come with a feeling of lack. But I also very much feel, and look, it's yellow, just like this one. My very first intuition that came with this card when I turned it over was, yes, many of you have been in that energy of feeling there is not enough of everything, not just not enough money, not enough opportunities, not enough abundance in life. But this is passing out because you have chosen the spiritual path. You have chosen to focus on the more spiritual side of life, and it has helped you to see beyond this current situation into a much more abundant life that's coming with this new dawn. Let's have a look at Tuesday. And now we have the Empress. Ta-da! So the major arcana in this deck do have beautiful pictures on them. So yes, definitely the Empress is totally a card of abundance. It's a card of harvest, creativity. It shows a pregnant woman, so it's to do with creating life, but also putting life into everything you do. So this is definitely we're going to be expanding out of this energy of lack into this energy of abundance, this richness in life, feeling like there is more, way more than enough around us. Let's have a look at Wednesday, and we have, oh, now I do need to see that upside down. Okay, sorry, I was just checking if the cards are upside down. Now we have the Devil. It's reminding me a little bit now of last week as well, where we had this kind of up down in the energy. Oh look, I've got the flower in my hair. That was the angel Daniel. That's the kind of cheeky thing he likes to do. Thank you, Daniel. He says I was getting too serious here in this reading. Okay, so this is how I'm going to explain this. We have this lasting happiness on offer this weekend. But we're a bit battle weary. We've tried many times in the past and it hasn't quite worked out. We've got these memories of unrequited love and looking like an idiot and coming away with heartbreak and not getting what we want. But we're being asked to try one more time. Sometimes when we open up that bit further, we actually find that other feelings, other situations become highlighted. So this what has been highlighted for many of you already for some time, this kind of feeling of lack, of not quite having enough, or always being worried about having enough and feeling like you've been left out. The last knockings of that has to be pushed out in order for this lasting happiness to come in, which then like the Empress is like the opening up to this true abundance of the universe. But it it looks like there's going to be one last temptation to keep us chained in the old ways, hold us back. The devil can come for situations or relationships or even our own inner attitudes and beliefs and ways of thinking that keep us chained to our old patterns, our old ways of doing things. So we may need to fight this off. And it does feel a bit like a roller coaster again in terms of energy, like feeling on top of the world and then like, oh, now there's this amazing energy coming in, and then, oh, but I have to fight for it, and do I have enough resource? This may not necessarily just be money. This can also be resource in terms of our own energy. Do I have the emotional resource at the moment to cope with this? It might, and obviously we do, but it may bring that question to mind, and then what you're going to find is, yes, you do, you are the Empress. You are totally ready to expand. It's a card of expansion, all this reading tarot are. And then there might be a last knocking of the devil saying, oh, are you sure you don't want to stay where you are, where you've always been, where you're comfortable, where you're familiar? Why don't you stay in your comfort zone? Why don't you allow me to keep you chained just a little bit longer? Let's see what Thursday brings. Ha! Well, I don't think the devil's going to get anywhere with you next week, because we have the world. The world is the successful completion of a whole cycle. It's a green light for new relationships and new projects. It means you are ready to move into the new dawn, totally. The new dawn and the world go perfectly together. It's a beginning of a whole new phase in your life. So, what can I say? We started with trust your intuition. Be open on the weekend and allow the trigger to happen, because the triggers are still bringing up like this kind of Five of Pentacles and the devil energy in between all this amazing new stuff coming in. Allow the triggers to happen. Allow them to trigger the old stuff that needs to come out, and then just allow it to pass, because you are ready. You are ready for this new dawn. Totally ready. What an amazing reading. I love it. Thank you for connecting, for watching, liking, sharing, sending love. Please comment if any of this resonates with you. You're very welcome to share situations in your life that this reading has touched on, but please don't share anything you're not happy sharing. If you just share this resonates, that's lovely. Or if you just say hello, I'm really happy to hear from you. Even if you just say hello, I'm so happy you're watching this. I'm very grateful, especially to the Divine Mother and the Angel Daniel that have come particularly for this reading today and have worked together so beautifully. I'm grateful to all of my beautiful spirit guides. My spirit owl has been with me very strongly today as well. I'm also still wearing this amazing necklace I made with the cherry quartz crystal that is really helping me at the moment. I just feel full of very gentle joy and gratitude, but very humbled at the moment. So yes, I'm very humbled that you have connected with this reading. I hope you have an amazing week ahead, and I will say namaste